Hello and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen and I am here with day 16 of Follow a Sketch February. And this sketch is by sketchsupport.com. And the Follow a Sketch February is through Scrapping Reflections on Facebook. You can find the sketches there, and you can also look for the hashtag on YouTube, Instagram, and on Facebook. So here is the sketch, and instead of butterflies I have some hearts and other little ephemera bits, and I'm using the Vicki Boutin Sweet Rush collection because I was creating a layout for the 6th and had some leftovers that I had already attached or done, like put sticky on the back, so I decided to go ahead and find another layout that would work with this collection. So here it is. What better than a baby girl layout, because there is a lot of pink in this collection. So I have some background paper, or just one full sheet of paper, and my background white paper. And then I have all these little bits and pieces, but I'll tell you right now, I don't get into that. Other than what's pulled out already. So, and then I'm going to pull in some mixed media, which I don't really see on the sketch, but I feel like that's up to your interpretation. And so I'll go over that when I get to it. I've got a little journaling card because they have a space on the sketch for journaling. And so I'm super excited. So I have my papers, my embellishments, my mixed media, my pictures, and of course the sketch. So let's see how this goes. So first things first, I got some picked raspberry, and I just put some on this empty package, and I'm going to smush it kind of around. I know that I want it towards the outsides because there's going to be, the pile of layers of paper and pictures in the middle. So I want to make sure it's peeking out in different places, not necessarily saturated or crazy. And I know the top right corner is where those clouds are, so I don't want those too heavily saturated. So I put most of that down in the bottom. And then I get the spun sugar, and these are both Distress Oxides, and I tap that out in the bottom left, the top right, and the top left. And so then I cut a 3-inch strip of that pink flower, and then this I think it's a 1/4-inch strip of the blue, because I'm thinking, since I'm bringing in those clouds, that I would pop a bit of blue in here, because the flowers I'm bringing in have a hint of like a dark purpley blue color, and there's a stripe in one of the papers I'm using that's got the blue. So I thought with the clouds that have a hint of blue in them, that I would go ahead and bring a little of that in. So I also decided to bring Blueprint Sketch, also a Distress Oxide, and tap that out in the bottom left and the top right only. So that way it kind of brings a pop of that different color into those two corners. So I put this 3-inch originally it was 12 inches. I cut not even a full inch off, maybe 3/4 of an inch, and lay that down a little bit more to the right. And then this is a branding strip from the 6x8 paper pad, and I have 2 of them in the same pattern, and it's pink with a little orange on it. And there's already orange in that flowered paper, although looking at it now, you don't really see much of that flowered paper when I'm done. It's fine. I really, really love this so much. So that's the whole point. If you love it in the end, who cares if you can't see all the mixed media or the pretty paper that you thought was perfect, or, whatever. So I get those 2 strips down, and I want them to come pretty close to the edge as well. I'm kind of basing it off of where things land on the sketch. So now I'm getting these little strips done, and originally the way that you see them there is how I was going to put them on, but I end up moving them around a little. So now I have matted my pictures, all 3, on packaging from this collection, and it's like a pinky purple, and it gets to a lighter white shade toward like a light pink towards the top. And then I back matted them again with black so they would pop off this page. And I love, 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 love the way these look. Now, on the sketch it has, that's why I didn't put them that way, sorry. That pink was blending right into everything else, so I wanted the pink tucked in mostly. So I flipped them around to where the greens are on the outside, and I like that better. So anyway, I love, love, love the way those pictures are looking. Now in the sketch, the bottom left picture is on that top corner is on top of the picture above it. But that's not going to work for me because, well, the whole point of that picture is to see that sweet baby and then cover the baby's head. So this is my niece. Right after she was born, I'd say like a week or two, maybe tops after she was born. And so it's the first time my kids are seeing her and holding her. And that top picture of my son's face is just, I love it so much. Him and Katie both were so ooh gaga over these babies. The funny thing is, he does not like children. Yes, I know. Especially in this picture, he was a child and he never said that. But now, as a teenager, he always tells me he does not like children, which is pretty humorous. So these two clouds came in the collection, which is one of the reasons that I thought this would be perfect for that. I did go around the outside of the clouds with Stormy Sky because they have a white border and I wanted them to pop out. Plus, I wanted the one that's sitting on top of the other to have a definition where the top cloud is laying on top of the bottom cloud. So I wanted to make sure that that was there. So I inked around it and I love the way that looks. It stands out a little bit more up there on the top. Plus there is that blue splatter that kind of is coming out from under it. Almost looks like a rain cloud. Not raining. Although I don't remember. This was 2017, y'all. I don't remember a whole lot of nothing. I think it was 2017. Oh, Lord. I've got the dates written down. Don't panic. Don't panic. So anyway, I am tucking in like little flowers. I originally thought I'd tuck in all this candy because the concept of her being sweet and a sweet moment. And I don't know what in the God's green earth I would use all this candy for. So I thought this would be the perfect time. But then I'm like, I don't really like the way that looks. So I move it aside. I really want to put the flowers on there. Where am I going to put those? So I was kind of back and forth. And you can see there's a little word phrase in pink border up there on top of the clouds because in the sketch there's like a little stitching or something over the clouds, and I thought, oh, I'll just put a phrase there. But that's gonna move. So I maneuver things around down here, and finally I tuck in this flower between the tag and the picture of the baby. That was the whole reason that I selected another layout to create, because it already had adhesive on the back. That's what I'm laying down now, because I didn't use it on the layout I did on the 6th. I only used half of it. And so instead of risking it getting stuck somewhere, I decided I'd find another layout to create. And this one was perfect. So I put this little sticker on here. It's a word phrase that says hello there, which I thought was super fitting of the picture. I decided to title it Hello Sunshine. This came from this collection. I'm sure I could have found a million other titles, but I thought that one worked fine. I could have tucked a little sunshine in somewhere, I suppose, but that's okay. And so then I just started tucking some flowers here, there, and the other. And then in the sketch, there's some little flags over here next to the title. And I didn't actually do like little flags. I put the little word phrase that I had over there on the cloud over there. One of them says sugarcoat everything. One says for the record, and one says right now. And there are 3 different kind of shades of pink. So I thought that would work well. I love you too. And then I take this things I love and put that up on the clouds. And they know they're not things, but you know. My son's face, that's what I love. And the fact that my kids got to snuggle this baby. So anyway, so I put a little piece of candy on there to cover my tag hole and decided that I was going to find a way to fit the rest of the candy stuff in here. So I've tucked the little suckers in behind different places. I've got the little cotton candy down there on top of the flower. I just felt like, you know, this was an appropriate way to use it. Not that you have to have a theme or anything like that, but I still am, you know, it's hard for me to just stick a piece of candy on a layout that has nothing to do with it. So I thought going with the sweet concept, that would be perfect. So then these hearts that I have on here are layered stickers by Vicki Boutin, and I love them. She has butterfly ones for another collection, and I totally just blanked on which one. And I think they are so fabulous. Now I know when they go in a layout, they're not going to be like that, but they still have some dimension even when they're kind of flattened out, and they have different shades. Since there's enough orange in the layout, I went ahead and brought in the orange one at the bottom. It's orange and pink. The other two are pink with black, white polka dots, so those worked perfect. And then there was a little weird gap between that little love chipboard and the heart. So I tuck in this little flower here so there's no gap anymore. And I love that. And then I put some puffy hearts on here to kind of fill some other gaps. So that makes me super happy. And that is it. I really, really love how bright and cheerful this is. I am going to show you the close-ups. I hope you will go check out Scrapping Reflections on Facebook. That is where you can find all the sketches ahead of time. They're all posted there in an album now. And then you can also do the hashtag that is in the description box or in my title. And you can find us on Instagram, YouTube, and on Facebook. And I hope that you all will participate, or, if you find a sketch that you like, then grab that and, use it. It is lots of fun. So I hope you all will come back and see me again tomorrow. It has been a fun month so far, and I hope you all have a great night. Happy scrapping.